Hello and welcome to a Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get on the internet for free, and if you want to support the project, they also have a Patreon, Dawn Chorus VN. Anyways, in the last Let's Play, we started the game, had a saucy dream. I was gonna say wet dream, but then you'd have to, saucy dream about the deer guy. That is a nice slice of venison right there. And came to this cabin because science club, and met a couple people. So now we're going to hang out with Mikko. Cousin. He's not a cousin. He's a friend. It's cute. He mlems. Oh, right, I have to read this stuff. Well, at least I had a cup of tea, and took my shirt off, because, hey, you can't see me topless. It's been a few minutes already, but if I go now, I can still catch Mikko before he gets his key. Taking only my camera bag with me, I leave the room and lock the door behind me. Oh, Mikko! Walking around the corner, I see Mikko at the end of the corridor. Also, the audio seemed to be fine, but I turned it down just a smidge. He waves to someone behind him before turning around and notices me. Whoa. Hey, Dark. He's a cute boy. You got your key yet? Yeah, I got room number 3. Should be right there. Here. Need any help with that? I pointed at the huge bag Mikko was dragging behind him. I thought he had a small bag. Being smaller than me, Mikko often had to rely on me for carrying stuff. Well, at least back when we were in middle school together. Used to that, I ask almost automatically, heard how many habits from years ago stayed with me all this time. I could use some. It's pretty heavy. I grab the bag and try to lift it. Oh damn, it's even heavier than it looks. By the way, who are you waving to? Oh, a tanuki that studies in the same department as me approached me when I was waiting for the key. Are tanukis real? Okay, since, it doesn't bring up Firefox, then I'll just take a look. Tanuki. Yes, basically a Japanese raccoon. But also a mythical creature as well? Or depicted as mythical creatures? Raccoon dog. Yeah, anyways. We hadn't talked before, but he remembered me, so he came up to say hello, and we talked for a bit. Maybe I was wrong about Mikko being bad at making friends. Not even an hour has passed, and he's already met someone. Maybe I shouldn't assume that he's the same little wolf I knew 3 years ago. That's a lot of time to change. Haven't we been in contact with him, frequently? I don't know. Well, I feel like I turn into a completely different person every 2 to 3 years. We have so much catching up to do. We haven't talked at all about the time we spent separately. Hell, since we met to get into university, we didn't even really talk about the time we spent together. Although, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this yet. Dark? Yes? We're here. I got so lost in thought, I didn't notice Mikko had stopped. Oh, right. Do you want to come in for a moment? Oh, yes. Sure, yeah. I can't stay for long, though. I haven't unpacked anything yet. I just dropped off my stuff. Mikko walks in through the door, and I follow him. Everything back to avoid bumping it at the doorstep. So are there rooms at different levels, or do they have that weird thing like on a ship where there's just a lift between rooms? A little bit of raise thing. I always hate those things. They're to prevent water from going from one place to another, but, they rarely do, At least that's what I think they're supposed to be for. His room looks similar to mine, which is no surprise. What surprised me, though, is that he has 2 single beds instead of 1 like mine. You asked for a double room? Oh no, Coach Devon said that almost all the rooms are double, so even if we ask for a single one, we still might get one with 2 beds. I still have it all myself though. I see, that's neat. What's with this tablecloth? It's very picnicky. I don't know, I was thinking more Scandinavian-y. Also, this bed, very pride flaggy looking. Or, like, these colors are... pan? Let me just look it up. Pan is pink, yellow, blue. Oh. Maybe that's asexual? But there's also green. Anyways, focus. Where should I put the bag? No, just anywhere. I'll unpack it right away. What's inside, by the way? I swear it shouldn't be heavier if you stuffed it with rocks. Just some instruments and effects. The stuff I thought I might need. You know, like a coconut sawed in half. I walk up to the window and draw open the curtains looking outside. It's not snowing so much anymore at the moment, but it'll probably pick up again soon. The view, even from the ground floor, it's still spectacular. The guest house is surrounded by forest. In distance, there's hills beside beneath thick layers of fog. Hills but hide beneath. Soft white fluff is covering everything in sight. I look around, admiring this serene landscape, and then, at the edge of the forest, perched on a tree, I see it again. Look, an eagle. I quickly unzip my bag and take out the camera. I turned it on, nervously waiting for it to start responding. The screen is still black. Stupid me. Take off the lens cap, point the camera in the direction where I spot it, and look through the viewfinder. It's gone again. Feel a wave of cold sweat run over my back. Lost it. It was too slow. You didn't catch it? I turn around. Mikko, leaning in and looking at me with concern. Seeing up close for the first time in 3 years, I realized I'd forgotten how blue his eyes are. They're in blue. Looks like it. Wasn't quick enough. I wasn't quick enough. Feel the urge to kick myself in the shin for this. I've seen it twice today, and both times I was too slow. Mikko takes a step back and pats my shoulder gently, smiling. With a small gesture, but it helps. It's a small gesture, but it helps, and my anger slowly fades away. Into fury. Actually, I think it's the first time he did that since the middle school. We used to be really close. Hugging each other whenever we felt like it was just usual for us. Since we were united, we kept much more distance between us. Until now, Mikko didn't try getting closer, so I was unsure if he'd still be okay with it. Thank you. I really missed him. Although, how on earth did you want to get a good shot through the window? Oh, I put on a polarizing filter on this lens. Just in case we would witness something interesting during the ride. That's something I find amazing. I remember getting like polarizing glasses, like cheap ones, but still polarizing, and I could see pretty decently under like rivers that were moving at quite a speed, or at least brooks. You know, bits of running water. Because without them, it would just look like a bunch of white stuff with water. But with the polarizing things on my glasses, I could be like, oh, I can see like underneath the water. At least better, not perfect, but you know. And screw the filter from the lens and show it to Mikko. He takes the ring and rotates it in his fingers, observing how it brightens and darkens the image depending on the angle. At a good angle, it clears out all the reflections nicely. I would still need a lot of luck to get a good shot, though. I glance outside again, just in case, but behind the window only snowflakes dance in the Arctic air. Meanwhile, Mikko opens his bag and starts unpacking stuff. Do you need anything? Do you need any help with that? Sweet of you to ask, but there's not that much of it. I seriously doubt that, but I'm not going to press. Maybe he's afraid to let me handle the gear. I've always been a bit clumsy. I better leave him now, and go unpack myself too. The clock is ticking. Sorry that the visit was so brief, but I should get going already. Sure, I understand. Visit me sometime later too, okay? Sure thing. We'll probably have plenty of time. See you later. Oh, see you later? See you, Dark. Wait, see you, Dark. That combo threw me off. It's really nice to see him again and spend some time together. It takes back to my adolescence and all those memories I have of it. Some rose-tinted and drenched in warm sunlight, some bittersweet but precious. I wonder, does Mikko think back on those times once in a while? If so, he didn't mention it at all. Maybe he doesn't remember. What matters is that we're back together. So did they have a relationship? I mean, I guess they said hug and nothing else, so... probably reading a bit too much into it, you know? I really miss him, and seeing him smile makes me happy too. And he seems to be truly happy for the camp. For the camp? I haven't seen him this cheerful in, well, maybe ever. I wonder what view I have here. Should at least be able to see more of the landscape from the ground floor at least. I pick up my bag and take out my instant camera. I don't know. It's only for special occasions, but this certainly is one. Is that like a Polaroid picture? Hey, Walking up to the window, I look outside. From here, I can see a few lakes and clearings, spots of shimmering water, and white splotches between the trees. Splotches? Soft white fluff covering everything in sight. It's starting to snow again. A blanket of gray clouds hangs heavily above the land, casting shadows over everything. Doesn't look so gray, but that's being nitpicky. I love this kind of weather. I do too. Too bad I live in Texas, where it is hot and it is humid most of the year. I love rain. I don't like the humidity that rain tends to bring, but man, does Houston have humidity with not a lot of rain. I mean, it does have rain, quite a bit, but I hate how it so often has humidity without the rain. Anyways, there's something mysterious about dark days like today, as if Earth covering itself in snow and shade to hide its secrets from our eyes. Secrets. Snowflakes dance in the air before my eyes, blown around by the wind, blind and silent. Okay. I wish I could see some more birds, but that's unlikely, especially with the snowing getting heavier again. I could spend the whole day just looking at the landscape, though. I open up the window, and the cold wind pushes in, ruffling my fur. It smells of pines and earth. I miss pine. I turn on the camera and lean out the windowsill, creating a bipod with my arms. Oh, I know what it means. A quick look at through the viewfinder to find the right frame. I swiftly close the window. The air in the room is much chillier now, and my fur is all bristled from the unfriendly wind, but I have my photo. I pull it out of the camera and quickly stow it in the camera bag to shield it from the light. If I just left the window open, it would have been ruined. If I just left it open. Okay. Instant photos require a lot of care. I still have a few minutes left to unpack. Take my shoes off. Ugh. I should have done it before walking straight across the room, and put on the lighter ones I took from the bag. I guess in these places you'd have your outside shoes and your inside shoes. You know, your snowshoes, maybe. I don't know. Or you just kick or, use a doormat, You think that's what they're called. Next few minutes are spent empty. I should probably not talk, because even though I can understand myself yawning, apparently no one else can. Emptying the bag and putting everything on the newly assigned places. I'm done just before 30 minutes have passed. Take the photo out of the bag, careful not to touch the surface. Otherwise, I could leave paw prints on it and never be able to get rid of them. Turned out pretty much as I wanted. The ominous sky fills most of the frame, outstretched above the fuzzy dark green splotch of forest beneath, all behind the swirl of snowflakes. You never know what you'll end up with when taking an instant photo, or using a film in general, and that's precisely what I love about it. When I know exactly what photo I want to take, I use my digital camera. You'd think if you know exactly what you want, you'd use the Polaroid, because, you can only take so many, and you can't really alter it as much later. But when, you're just taking pictures frivolously like I used to, you'd use digital camera. I used to do photography, mostly as kind of a hobby. I have no idea how I got into it. God, that feels like an age ago. Took lots of animal photos. Kind of how I started my FA and other stuff, and then... boy. Yeah, lots of animal photos. Even of nature, jeez. When I turn my head like that, it seems to be tilted back so much. More so in OBS than here. Can I just reorient myself just a tad? There we go. Yeah, might as well. But when I want to capture not a scene, but a mood or a feeling, something fleeting and delicate, take out the instant camera. Okay, fair enough. Even with tea, it's hard to not yawn when doing, reading for 30 minutes. Often what I end up loving most in those photos is the imperfections. Like the overexposed white spaces, where something should be but there isn't. There's just a blank space left for imagination. Those photos seem alive in a way, and that's what I'm aiming for here. I just want a reminder of this place, and the moment for future me. Time? Okay. I can sense that there's something significant about this camp, as if something important is bound to happen here, like getting my butthole licked. My feeling senses tell me that. I grab my camera bag, put the exposed photo in the side pocket, and leave the room. The corridors are all empty. Everyone must have already gotten there. Quick glance at my watch tells me it's 13:31, so I'm barely late by a minute. But lunch is the last thing I want to be late to. I open the door and enter the cafeteria. Looks like I'm not the last one. Most of the seats are occupied, but some of the students I saw on the bus are not here yet. The cafeteria is spacious and pretty modern. These things look modern. These things look very picnicky. There's a little bit of snow on that table out there. The cafeteria is spacious area of that. Much better than what I would have expected from a rural guest house. Some plants are lined up against the southern wall, the windows, and lamps hanging from the ceiling light up the room. Lamps. I see 2 tables with people I know. Mikko sitting at one end of the room, with the bear I met earlier, and the raccoon I don't know, and Lick is sitting at the table just next to that one, together with Coach and Rune. Link notices me first, and waves enthusiastically. Well, Blake saw me first, right? So let's sit with Lake. Now I just want to take a look at the dear guy. I hesitate for a moment, but I walk over to the table where Lake, Rune, and Coach are sitting. I sit down besides the lion. I feel a slight twinge of guilt, though. I want to make some new friends, but I don't want Mikko to feel like I'm pushing him aside. I glanced at the second table, seeing he's chatting with the raccoon, the bear listening to the conversation. Maybe I'm worrying over nothing. Hey, Dark. I didn't see you there, so I figured you'd be late and saved you a seat. Unpacked already? Yeah. It took me longer than expected, but I managed to take a photo I even like, so it wasn't a waste of time. How about you? Oh yeah. I love the room that I got. So nice. I've got a huge bed all for myself. And maybe the most comfortable carpet I've ever put my paws on. Also, going back to my geology college, I remembered how there's 4 people to a room, 2 beds. So I slept in the same bed and I could feel the other guy's knee kind of in my butt area. And I was like, this is uncomfortable. Barely slept that night. But, I think that was before I found out, I like dudes. I think it was. Was it? I don't know, it was around that time. Though I don't put that to any part of me liking dudes. But it was just kind of weird being like, I don't like... What would happen? I guess I'd put gay guys with other dudes. It's not like they would separate us, right? Anyways. Oh, bi guys at least. It's really comfortable. University didn't skimp on us for sure. I got a room with Jorgen. Do you know him? He's studying astrophysics. He's in my group. One of the best there, actually. Jeez. So, what is my guy? Is he just photography, or is that just kind of a thing he likes to do? Because we got neurosurgery, astrophysics. Sometimes I feel stupid compared to him. Like the last class we had, he finished everything an hour before me. That's just the usual for him. He told me that he will be late. He needs to finish something. I don't know what. I started to tune out and just nod, mentally tired after the ride and the unpacking. Thankfully, I have no problems falling asleep on the bus, but it's not exactly comfortable. I do like the lake a lot, but the enthusiasm can be exhausting at times. I shift my attention to the pair sitting across the table from us, Coach and Rune. But apparently, Rune's not a husky anymore. Also, his name is just Rune, not Rune Moon. They seem to know each other, which isn't a surprise. They're much more casual with each other than I thought they would be, though. Yeah, he does look pretty cute. I don't know what, if it's the jacket or that little tuft of hair there. I really want to go for something like that. I mean, everybody looks kind of cute, but he especially kind of looks cute. Would like to woo. I'm still getting used to it. Hell, I don't even know if I ever will. Okay, stop it with that damn smile. It's really funny hearing you talk like that about things completely normal to us. Oh, right, he's like a foreigner? I had no idea Americans and Norwegians are that different. Yes, but it only makes me more glad that I'm here instead of back there. Dark? What about the photo you mentioned? I opened my mouth to reply, but I'm interrupted by the waiter, putting plates with our meals on the table. Wait, they have a waiter? So that this is more like a restaurant instead of a cafeteria? Damn. Lake shifts his attention towards the plates, looking at them hungrily with his snout ajar, as if he hadn't seen food in a year. Oh, that's much nicer than I expected. I'm glad this place isn't complete shit, huh, waiter? Before us are 2 sizable dishes. One that looks like root vegetable stew, and the other looks like some sort of salad. Okay. Root vegetable stew. I don't know how to spell. Ooh, that actually looks pretty damn good. Carrots, potatoes, some greenery, and what kind of looks like a gravy or a curry kind of thing, slash soup. Different things. Too bad well, maybe I could do a picture. Can I do that? Maybe I could. Let's do that. Where's window capture? I don't know. Window capture. Just call it that. Well, good thing it landed on the thing that it was and wasn't some kind of horny thing that had somewhere missing in the background. But yeah, vegetable stew. Also, I might want to hide that stuff above there. Because I just noticed that there's some horny tabs up there. Okay, 25. Yeah. Anyways. There's also a basket with bread, and the plate with, sunshine buns, each of them wrapped in paper for convenience. Okay. Sunshine buns. I mean, we already kind of did it before, so why not? Window capture 2. Wait, then why is that one missing? Oh, there's sunshine buns. Discard. Discard. Okay, it's not going away, but let me delete those things. Remove. We're still recording, right? Okay, cool. I wonder why oh, maybe because I turned off that, exited out of that thing. Makes sense. Because it was still showing the thing there, but it wasn't showing the things. Oh, I love those. Soft and fluffy. Smelling of cardamom and cinnamon. They became my go-to dessert after moving to Norway. So where are you from anyways? Link is the first to the salad spoon and starts putting food on his plate. When he finishes, I extend my paw to take the spoon from him, but he shakes his head and starts filling my plate with food too. Don't bother. How much do you want? I think I can see Coach looking at us out of the corner of his eye. Suddenly I start feeling very self-conscious. Maybe a bit more. Thanks. Oh, that smells good. Until now, I didn't really realize how hungry I was. I grab a slice of rye bread and start eating the stew. It has a rich, earthy taste, and the turnips add a crunchy texture. I wonder what earthy tastes like. Usually when I eat food, I don't go, this is a rich, earthy taste. I'm like, this is good food, me eat. Me eat or me eat a lot. It's flavored masterfully, not bland, and not too strong, with a hint of thyme and smoked paprika. Okay, Mr. Chef. Ooh, that's good. I needed that. Suddenly, I hear the door to the cafeteria opening. I turn the direction and see a figure clad in dark clothes entering the room. A black cat, I think. With dyed hair, somewhat elegant clothing, they certainly stand out from the rest of the crowd. Oh, it's that one cat from Nekojishi. No, wait, that's not it. Morinatsu. The joke of it being that rich cat that is all fancy. But was with the group. They weren't pretentious, I guess. Look in our direction for a moment, but instead of joining us to sit down at the table next to ours, where Mikko is sitting. Mikko. Okay. After another person enters the room. A bat, rather short, wearing a poncho and a scarf. A rather unusual look, but somehow it works on them. I don't think I've seen anyone wearing a poncho in Norway yet. But now that I think of it, they should work very well here with in this climate. I needed a poncho in my previous work position. That room was so flippin' cold. Like, the room would be it would be 60 degrees or 64 in the warmest, because I took one of those, like, little guns that you point and click and did takes the temperature, and it was like 64, but then in other places, like near the vents, it was like 30 something. It's like, fuck, that's cold. Like, I'm Alaskan. I'm warm-blooded. When I exercise, produce crap tons of heat. And even after I exercise. At that place, fuck. It was fucking cold. Anyways, they look around the cafeteria searching for something or someone. They finally see us and start walking in our direction. Jorgen, come over here. We're already eating. Huh, so that's the roommate he was talking about. He seems a bit artsy? Seems like an artsy type. Not someone who would normally associate with Lake. Jorgen joins us in silence, sits down, pouring himself some juice from a pitcher. Try some stew. It's really good. Wait, I'll just put some on your plate too. Lake does as he says, while Jorgen is sipping his juice. What a weird pair. Two complete opposites. Extroverted volcano of energy and a stoic introvert. Finish everything you had to? I wouldn't be here otherwise, would I? I guess introduce myself? It seems a little bit awkward. Hi, I'm Dark. Also, we're out of time. God. I'm enjoying this so far, especially looking up stuff, but damn, I'm gonna have to actually... Well, do I have to, like, change that one video? Does it have gallery? Well, save first, then gallery. Yes. I mean, I'm gonna edit that one thing, then I'm gonna have to edit this anyways. I mean, there is an entire butt there. And boy, he looks a lot bigger there. He looks like stout. Or not very big in the previous thing, but here he looks like an entire unit. He looks like an entire unit, but he looks big. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to censor that butt. Was he some kind of magic man? Oh, that must be the Tanuki guy. And that's the bear. What, did he have that hair? Next. Wait, previous. Okay, it's two of those. Illustrations? Photos? Okay. Well, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play, so comment, cause I like comments, and what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, if you like. Oh, so is that supposed to be the main character? He looks much different than the one in there. Cause that one, he looks kind of big. Here, he looks not so big. He doesn't look thick. Looks like the average teen, average size stuff. I don't know. But yeah, spay and neuter animals. And if you want to play this game, you're not for free or Patreon, where you can give them monies. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Don Horus. Chorus. Thanks and see ya.